How's it going today? I am Jim, and today we're looking at a new scooter from Minimotors USA, and that is the Futecher Gun. Spelled a little differently than you might expect down there, but it's a pretty interesting 52 volt scooter with 20.8 amp hours of battery, 8-inch wheels, solid tire in the back, air tire in the front, very well built, solid like metal fenders front and rear, just got the extra lighting for the Minimotors. And apologize, I decided to pick a day where they're doing a drive-through graduation ceremony here at Sacramento State University, but I'm going to do a first ride on this. I pushed the scooter over here so I could get a true first ride with you and tell you my initial first impressions without any glossing over it. So here we go. So right at the bat, the scooter feels really compact. So we're at about, looks like we're about 12 on the speedometer. We'll see what GPS says. I'll hold it here for a second, let GPS speed stabilize. We got a pretty kicking headwind. Oh, I did turn on cruise control, so we got that. Some people like it, some don't. I am in the former camp. So second speed mode. Real spunky. So we got 23, 24. Wow, that's only in. So now, I'm gonna go back to speed limit 2. Just see where we're, I'll let it get a little equalize a little bit. And we're going in a pretty significant headwind. So even though we got, it feels like a smaller scooter. I think maybe it's the 8-inch tires, and it's a little touchy handling because that front tire is pretty narrow, but not bad at all. You do have that differential between the front and rear tire size. See how this handles. See how braking feels? So you need to adjust those a little bit, but I've never had any problems at all with the way these drum brakes feel typically. So I'm gonna just do a little loop around here. There's a discarded Lime scooter. This is my problem with these guys. This is just dumped over on the ground, beat to heck, bald tires. Eh boy, all right. I understand the usefulness of that, but I don't like it either. So deck height, you're trying to kick along. It's a little too high for that. I'll put what the dimensions are of that kind of stuff on my second video. But here, I'm just gonna go hammer down up this pretty gradual incline, see what we got. It's so windy now, I can't really give you a great idea what the motor sounds like, but it seems pretty quiet. Got it. So now, it's actually more of a crosswind, I guess. Wow, okay. I'm gonna hold this here for a few seconds. See if this was really 30 miles an hour. It doesn't quite feel like it. I have the electronic braking just at its stock setting, and I'm going to tap it again for you. I don't know if you can really notice that. It's pretty strong, maybe a little too strong for me. I'll probably turn down that e-brake setting. But let's see it nimble. Oh yeah, good nimble. How you doing? Pretty good. So here's a little bit of a test. These rear wide solid tires have a real tendency to magnify cracks and stuff in the pavement because it doesn't have much give and it's wide. So it hits the whole width of the tire on the bumps in the road. And so I can feel each of those transmitting right through my feet. There's some suspension back there. It's helping a bit. I'm gonna have to adjust the stem. I feel a little bit of play in the stem. Let's just boogie along here. I'm gonna just see what it does over here. All right, just this little bit, I can feel this front tire. Don't ride it in the gravel. Don't ride it in the dirt. Just don't do it. All right, what do we got? We got rear tire. All right, we got front brake on the right. That's not my preference, so I'll probably switch that. And it feels like the brakes need to be adjusted a touch. One of my favorite things about when you do have mechanical brakes versus a hydraulic brake, it's a couple minute exercise here to flip-flop the cables. To make it, if you prefer kind of that motorcycle style, right being the front, or if you love bicycle style where the right is the rear. But initially, this thing's a lot of fun. Like, it's got a lot of spunk, and it feels a lot more like a very light, much more portable scooter when you're riding it that just is fast. Now it's 46 pounds advertised. I haven't measured it yet. So it really isn't that portable of a scooter. Even me loading into the car, you start to feel that. Anything over 40 pounds starts to become, you don't really want to carry it very far or anything like that. But it's got a lot of battery and a lot of speed for a kind of a smallish feeling scooter. It's pretty cool. Range wise, I don't know exactly what to expect with this 52 volt battery and this much battery. You're getting over 1,000 watt hours. They are sync cells, so they're more that generic Chinese. That's really a misnomer. They're a Chinese unbranded cell. So you still have the same warranty as you would with any other cells coming from Minimotors. So you still have that part for you. Oh, hello. So I would expect with 1,000 watt hours and a 50, kind of a single motor, I would really expect 40 miles to not be out of the question for somebody of my weight of 175 pounds, 79 kilograms. It's nimbleness and stability are kind of competing factors on a spectrum. So I like nimble handling, but that also means I don't have extreme stability. And that's kind of where this particular scooter lies. So it depends on what you're looking for. I'm really interested to see how this does in a hill climb. It seems like it just pulls right up here like no problem at all. All right, that's my initial look at the Futecher Gun. Pretty impressed, really. It's with the 8-inch tires, like I said, it feels real small, even though it's not small heft-wise. So it gives a little bit of stability, but it's real nimble. But it's fast. Like it feels fast. I'm not sure if I really got it over 30. I don't usually even ride that fast, but it felt real stable for me where I was at. Some ways for me, the single motor feels a little more predictable how the power is. I just am not quite as much into the dual motor setup. But you got 52 volts, you got a pretty dang good amount of battery, and I didn't really notice many squeaks or weird movements or anything like that. I think it's a pretty solid option. I don't know if I already said this is $1,100 from Minimotors USA. Minimotors has been really great on warranty related stuff and just answering questions. They're really good guys to buy a scooter from. One thing you might not think about with a scooter like this that has a dual drum brakes is when you're putting it in the back of your car, you don't have to worry as much about how you're positioning it because you don't have like that many exposed parts to bump. It looks to me like the rim here separates, so it should make for pretty easy tire changes, and I'm pretty sure you could go with a solid tire on here. I don't know if I would do that from a ride quality standpoint, but you know, some people really don't like that idea of flat tires, and I totally understand that. So lower the handlebars. It's a very solid feeling stem. Collapse your handlebars. Like most of those, it takes a little pull up, and it's just pretty familiar style most people have. You push forward to release that lever, and there you go. It does have the adjustable portion here. I'll probably adjust that to firm up the stem a hair. And then, you know, it's not light, but it's not that bad either. So I'm gonna throw it in the car. Fun new option on a scooter. And you might see over there, I got another one there I'm gonna be looking at today as well. That is the Speedway Legger Pro. So, Futecher Gun, pretty cool scooter. I'll be doing some more testing on it. Have more details in video number 2, which will be my full review with results of some range testing and other performance tests. Take it easy.
Catch the wave, feel